If you're dealing with fear or self-doubt, if you want to change your life, all you have to do is change the way you talk about that life. Research shows that what we say to ourselves about who we are and what we can do over time will become our reality. So if you're tired of feeling stuck or lost, if you're ready to make a change, here are 5 simple phrases to make that change happen. Number 1, substitute the phrase I choose to or I choose not to for your usual I can't, I won't, I don't want to. Are you kidding me? I am never going to do that. Because whether you realize it or not, negative phrases or words like can't or won't are actually choices you are making about what you will and you won't do. For instance, I'm a 3-time cancer survivor. I just dread going to medical appointments. Just the thought of it makes me crazy. But when I remind myself that going for that test or keeping that appointment is my choice, I mean, it's good to go, it's smart to go, but I don't have to go. That reminds me, that choice reminds me that I have the power to decide what's best for me, the same way you have the power to choose what's best for you. The second phrase comes from an old Chinese parable, and it's really changed the way I think and talk about the good and bad things that happen in my life. Maybe it'll do the same for you. There was a wise old farmer who lived at the edge of a remote village. One day, the farmer's horse went missing. The people of the village heard the news. They all came running to the old man and they said, "What a terrible loss. This is such bad luck." And the farmer replied, "Maybe, maybe not." The next day, the lost horse reappeared, bringing with it 7 wild horses. Again, the villagers came to the farmer to celebrate. "How wonderful! This is such good luck." Again, the farmer answered, "Maybe, maybe not." The next day, the farmer's son was out riding one of those wild horses when he was thrown off and broke his leg in the fall. The villagers went to the farmer to express sympathy for his son's injury. "This is terrible," they said. "It's clear your luck has run out." And again, the farmer said, "Maybe, maybe not." The day after that, a troop of soldiers rolled into town to round up all the able-bodied young men in the village, taking them to fight in a distant war. The son's broken leg prevented him from being taken. The villagers went to the old man to rejoice at the news. "What a blessing this is, the best luck of all," they said. "Maybe, maybe not," the wise old man said. For me, this is such a powerful reminder that none of us know what's ahead for us. If you're like me, you may always imagine the absolutely positively worst thing that could happen. But what if we opened ourselves to the possibility that maybe things will work out? Maybe they aren't going to be so awful after all. We don't get to choose what's going to happen to us, but we do get to choose what we think and say about it. On to number 3. If you're like me, a perfectionist, the need to do things just right can make it really hard to start anything new. It can make it really tough to finish a project that isn't going well. And it can keep us locked in a fear that somehow other people will find out we're not good enough. But I found a word that is such a game changer for me. Sometimes we do it right and sometimes we don't. Sometimes we succeed and sometimes we don't, and that's okay. Sometimes we show up on time, sometimes we finish the paperwork or go to the dentist, and sometimes we don't. I think the word sometimes gives us permission to be human, to make mistakes, to fail without shame. Sometimes we're okay, sometimes we're not. And in the end, that's what makes us human. Which brings me to number 4. Replacing the phrase I can't, I can, maybe I can with I will. is the difference between wishing, hoping, thinking, and praying and promising to get it done. It's a promise to show up and follow through. I will is about certainty and stepping into the future with courage. I will is the promise to yourself that you're going to take action. And action matters because that's the best way I know of defeating anxiety and self-doubt. Replacing the same old what if with I will is the bridge between fear and your very best life. Let me remind you, even one small step has the power to create a positive change in your life. Which brings us to number 5. One of my very favorite books about anxiety is Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway by Susan Jeffers. I love everything about the book, especially the title. And from that title comes another word that can change your life. Over the years, I have realized the word anyway is magical. It has the power to help you step out beyond your fears, to take action in spite of the self-doubts that have been holding you back. Anyway means no more sitting on the sidelines waiting for life to come to you. The word anyway is your ticket into the life you know you deserve. Be brave anyway. Be happy anyway. Ask for a raise anyway. Reach out to someone new anyway. Dare to be who you really are anyway. So there you have 5 simple phrases you can use to overcome self-doubt and fear that's been keeping you from your very best life. These are such useful tools to have in your anxiety toolbox that I've devoted an entire chapter to it in my new book, Solving the Anxiety Equation, the formula to free yourself from fear. In fact, this is part of an entire book, a section in the book called Self-Doubt, from defining it to redefining it. And self-doubt is one of the 3 equal parts of that anxiety equation. Here it is. Anxiety equals self-doubt, fear of change, and physical anxiety. It may be simple, but this equation has the power to change your life. I know, because it changed mine. If you want to dive in and learn more, you can find my book at wendyleeds.com/book. I have a link below to make it easy for you. I hope you will put these simple phrases into practice right now so you can see how effective they can be. I would love to hear your stories of success, or if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. I want you to feel empowered, to let go of that self-doubt, and to start telling a new story of who you are and all you can be.